Hey guys, Adam here, and welcome to episode 9 of The Ways. So I got a great question from a good friend of mine who asked, how do you stay flexible while getting bigger? Excellent question, and we struggle with all of this, especially if you lift heavy, and I am 265 pounds right now, and it can be difficult, and I certainly don't stretch as much as I should. I am working on that. So through active recovery and not skipping on that full range of motion and through stretching, it's going to help keep you flexible and injury-free. Now, I've asked my wife to help me stretch out in the evenings, but once we're finished cleaning the house and putting the kids to bed, we are both gassed. So Amanda has been a real big help with this, and one great way to stay flexible is through partner stretching. Okay, now you let your partner control the stretching. They tell you how far that you are supposed to go. So start out with the calf. So a good ankle stretch for your Achilles and your calf. Then you move on to hamstrings. And then now we're going on to hip flexors and groin. Okay, you don't want to pull your groin squatting. So this is a great way. And so Amanda here is leading the stretch, and I am going as far as she tells me to. And once you're done one leg, you go on to the next. And of course, the best part of the stretching was the music. It was tough not to laugh with Pussycat Dolls and Girlicious playing in the background, but I did the best I could. So again, you're going on to the next leg, so a good calf stretch, pushing the foot back as far as she tells me. So I'll say, you tell me when, and she says that's good, and then you hold that stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. And we went through 3 cycles of this stretching together. Now onto the hamstring. And you want to support the other leg either with your hand or your foot or your knee. Just be careful not to push down too hard, put too much weight on that other leg. And one reason why Amanda's squat technique has really taken off these last 4 months is because of the stretching. She complained of really tight hip flexors when we first started, and every time she squatted, they burned. And now she is saying that there's no more burning in her hip flexors, and she is able to go past parallel. And one big reason for that is the stretching. Are these active recovery days that she and I do together. So, it could definitely be tough to stretch yourself out by yourself. It's hard to get, that full range. And bands certainly help. Or again, if your partner, your spouse, is able to stretch you out, it's an excellent way to do it. So now on the low back now and more hamstrings. These are pancake stretches. Now, you want to lead with your hips, okay? You don't lead with your head. You don't round the upper back. You keep the back straight. And when you're helping your partner get a better stretch, you push, gently on their lower back, kind of in an upward motion. Have them take a deep breath, and then when they exhale, you push a little bit on their lower back and encourage them to get further. And this has really helped me out this year, these last few months, because after not training for a long time and just doing mostly yard work, I certainly stayed active during the lockdown, but it's not the same as as working out. So I was pretty tight, and these stretches have really helped me. Okay, so on to my portion of the stretching now. Great stretch, and my calves were pretty tight with this, so it didn't take much for me to say when. And you're holding these stretches now, like I said, for 20 to 30 seconds for 3 full cycles. Hamstrings now. Okay, so on to the groin and hip flexor stretch now. And I tell you, after a long layoff from the gym, my hip flexors were very stiff to the point that I was getting into some knee pain. And for me, whenever I have knee pain, it's always hip flexor related. My hip flexors are always too tight, and that's pulling on my knee. It's making my quad too tight, which is affecting my knee. So these stretches have really helped me out. The last thing I want to do is get into a serious injury at this point in my life. Being close to 50, I'm not going to bounce back as fast as I did when I was in my 20s or my early 30s. So being flexible is definitely going to keep me healthy and injury-free, so I can continue to lift heavy for as long as my body allows it. So on to another great hip flexor stretch that you can do by yourself, but it's actually it's difficult to push your legs down with your hands or your own elbows. So having a partner really helps. And again, you let them lead the tempo for the stretch, and you hold that for 20 or 30 seconds and for another 3 cycles. Okay, so we finished off with some face pulls. Face pulls are great for rehab or for active recovery. They're not great for building muscle in the rear delts. But after a tough shoulder workout or bench, these are great for just loosening up the entire upper back and shoulder girdle. And we did 3 or 4 sets of this, and that was it for the day. The total length of the active recovery session was about 30 minutes, so give it a try. It's definitely going to help you out.
Excellent.
And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this partner stretching session. As always, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you have any questions on flexibility or anything related to stretching, just let me know.